Today we're going to talk about listening. When I was a younger man, I used to train jujitsu, and one day I was in the gym training, and I hear this guy scream, and I look over, and he's sitting on the ground, and he's holding his foot in his lap, and his toe is sticking out at a 90-degree angle, almost like a thumb sticking out of his foot, and he's just kind of like screaming and staring at it. And everyone rushes over, and everyone's got a solution. One guy's like, "Oh, just pop it back into place, it's fine." Another guy was like, "Oh, call an ambulance, call an ambulance." And there was a guy there who had been a military medic, he'd been in Afghanistan, and he rushes over and he's like, "All right, give him some space, give him some space." And the first thing he does is go up to the dude and go, "Hey man, what's going on for you? How are you feeling right now? What is this like for you?" Right? Because he wants to know how bad the injury is and everything. So even in a situation like that, where it's an emergency, where someone's injured, where we're talking about bodily harm, the first thing an expert does is listen, is try to understand the situation from the other person's perspective. Listening is the foundational, I don't even want to say leadership skill, it is the foundational life skill. It is the way that we connect to and understand and influence people. It's not through talking, it's through listening. If you guys take away no skill from this class other than listening, I am satisfied. And listening is a skill. It can be learned and it can be developed. In fact, everything we're going to talk about today, it's not going to be like mind-blowing stuff. It's stuff you already know how to do, stuff that you automatically do when you are interested and engaged with someone. And we're going to talk about how to take those skills that you already have, that you use in certain situations already, and apply them to situations where they're really important and you might not be using them. Situations like when you're really angry or upset at someone. Situations like when you need to give feedback to someone. Situations like when you need to persuade someone. And so we're taking these skills that you already have and we're honing in on exactly what they are so we can transfer them to other aspects of your life where they're really important and really effective. Many of us struggle to listen effectively, and it's not your fault. It's not because you're a bad person. There's a very good reason why it's difficult to be a good listener, and it's because most people talk at about 120 words a minute, and we can comprehend up to 400 words a minute. So most of the time, when someone's talking to you, you're basically painfully bored because it's taking up such a limited amount of your processing capacity. And that's why we're always thinking about other things when we're listening to people, or why we're trying to get ahead of them. It's because we can literally, our brain is working faster than the other person can speak. So if you are a bad listener, don't feel too bad about it. It's just kind of a quirk of our human mind. And you can get better through practice. Today we're going to talk about the 6 concrete skills that contribute to effective listening or active listening. Using these 6 skills together is called active listening. The first is listening to understand the other person. The second, ask open-ended questions. The third is to observe nonverbals. The fourth is to use minimal reinforcers. The fifth is to embrace silence. And then lastly, we have restate the message. And together, these 6 skills form active listening.